Hey guys, me Simmer44 here. Today I wanted to discuss with you guys the Mallorca versus FC Barcelona match preview. Now, I haven't made a match preview in a long time, guys, and some of you guys are wondering, like, why is a match preview even today? Shouldn't it be tomorrow? Yes, that is actually true. It should be tomorrow. However, the Q&A is scheduled for tomorrow, and so that's why I'm going to give you guys the match preview today instead of tomorrow. Okay, so I'll be going my Q&A. And this is a reminder for you guys that if you haven't watched the Q&A yet and comment, today is the last day to do so, okay? As far as when I'm going to make that Q&A video tomorrow, it's going to be sometime in the afternoon. I probably won't be able to do the morning. I have scheduled a test tomorrow in the morning, a placement test. So I want to do that first. And then maybe after I finish the placement test, then I'll probably consider it, okay? So, like I said, guys, sometime in the afternoon tomorrow, you guys can expect the Q&A to be up. Okay. Anyways, back to the match preview. I'm going to discuss with you guys how the match previews will be working from now on. And basically, there's three things we'll be discussing. First of all is a prediction. I mean, not dipshit luck. It's a fairly obvious prediction. This will include the scores, goal scores on the day, like the actual score, and the people that I think could score for both teams respectively. And then my team's lineup. So, for example, here in this case, I would be talking about the Barcelona's lineup here, okay? And then finally, number 3 is the opponent's chances. This pretty much ties into how I feel, that kind of stuff, and how the opponent, I think, could get it. How, like, confidence, I guess, opponent's chances, how they could win, and etc. Okay? With that being said, let's go and get started. Now, the first thing I want to break it to you guys down is that this is going to be a game with no fans. Obviously, because of the current pandemic, obviously, there will not be any fans here. And I do want to emphasize that the no fans part is going to make a huge difference for both teams, especially Mallorca in this case. I think Mallorca are actually going to be the more hard-done team here because of the fact that they have no fans here. And I feel like Mallorca, they need that home support because earlier in the season, they've beaten the likes of Villarreal, Real Madrid, and Valencia all at home, guys. And they beat them pretty convincingly. You know, they beat... And so I genuinely think the fact that there's no fans here is going to really, really be difficult for Mallorca here. And Mallorca, guys, are sitting right now in the 18th of the table and right now in the relegation zone. 25 points is not very good. And obviously, they're going to try to get something out of this game. Preferably a win, obviously, would make a huge difference. Because hypothetically, if they manage to win, that would put them in... That would actually put them 16th, which is so much better, So, yeah, like I said, it's a massive game. It's a massive game for Mallorca, and they need to pick up the points, man. And whereas Barcelona are also in a similar position as well, that they cannot afford to drop any points because they have a 2-point advantage. And as soon as they drop the points, Real Madrid can get back in the race. Because, like I said, guys, Real Madrid have the head-to-head advantage ultimately. So when the points are level, Real Madrid can actually take over. Real Madrid will actually win the league because of the head-to-head record as they won 2-0 in aggregate at the Santiago Bernabéu. So it's very important that both of these teams get the points that they need because one team needs to get the points to win to become champions, and the other one needs to get out of the relegation. So very intense right here. Like I said, Mallorca, they have some talented players. Like I said, Takiza Kubo, I believe, is one of their star players. This guy has been amazing. I think he is from Real Madrid. He is on loan. If I'm not mistaken, this guy, I feel, is the best Mallorca player there is, for sure. And I genuinely think this guy, if anything is going to happen, this guy is going to be the one. And remember, guys, I think Real Madrid actually bought this kid from Barcelona, which is really annoying. They bought us. I mean, they bought this guy from Barcelona, which is pretty annoying. So, like I said, this guy I would definitely look out for him. Another player I think could also be really effective here is another player I would also keep an eye on is Fabricio Augusta. I remember the earlier fixture, I believe it was this fixture. Let's see, where is it? I'm trying to find it. Right here. Oh, never mind. Manila Reina. Yeah, he made so many saves. He made a tons of saves on the day. Oh, yeah, they're also going to talk the previous head-to-head meeting as well. I guess we could also look into that as well. So, like I said, I think there's a lot at stake here. A lot at stake here, and this is the lineup. This is the starting 11 from the last time the two teams played. And like I said, guys, I'm feeling pretty confident about this one. Had Mallorca had fans here, if there were fans here for Mallorca, I would be a little bit more concerned. The fact that there's no fans here pretty much puts the advantage to the away team here. And there's a very interesting stat from the Bundesliga that most teams away from home generally win their game. So I think that more of the same could happen. More of the same could also be effective here in La Liga. So, like I said, Mallorca are probably going to roll with a 4-4-2. I would probably expect a similar to lineup to this. And yeah, like I said, now let's go look at the Barcelona's lineup and the players I think will be starting and the players that are going to start. So let's start with the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. I think it's a pretty obvious decision to make. Clearly, he's fit and he's ready to play. So yeah. Left back. Left back is going to be Jordi Alba. I think Jordi Alba is definitely going to be playing this game. He looked pretty good against the El Clasico. And I just feel that there's really no reason not to play Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba has been one of our best players in general and history. However, this season he hasn't been as good as previous season. I think he's only got 1 goal, 1 assist this season. That's not really that good. So hopefully Jordi Alba can improve his performance, his form in the second half of the season. Because like I said, guys, Jordi Alba is still a great player despite his age. Okay. Next up is the center backs. Okay. Gerard Piqué, I would say, is going to start for sure. And then it comes to the other center back. Now, normally I would have said Clement Lenglet. However, he is suspended for this game. He is suspended. He picked up his 5th yellow card on the Real Sociedad game. So therefore, he cannot play in this game. Which therefore means that Umtiti or Araujo is in contention. And if I had to guess what Quique Setién is going to go with, I'm guessing he's going to pick Umtiti on this one. Araujo, I feel like he doesn't have enough experience, and I feel like Umtiti has tons of experience, despite the fact that he is very injury prone. So I hope that his injury isn't too bad. I think he's fit right now, I don't think he's injured anymore. So he should be ready for this game. Okay? And the right back, it's Sergio Roberto and Nelson Semedo. I think it's going to be Sergio Roberto. Okay? I would love for Nelson Semedo to start. In fact, I actually would prefer Nelson Semedo to start in this game over Sergio Roberto. However, I've heard that Nelson Semedo has gotten some trouble. Apparently, he attended a party that he wasn't supposed to go to, and which the La Liga have decided to give some consequence. Like I said, it's not official yet. It's not official. He cannot play. I just don't think, with all the transfer talk of him going to Manchester City, potentially Inter Milan, those kind of clubs, I just don't think Quique Setién will put him in this game because of what he did. So I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Nelson Semedo could be starting. From what I've seen right now, I think it's more likely Sergio Roberto is going to get the nod over Nelson Semedo. Now we look into the midfield. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious Frankie de Jong is going to start. Not Dipsel. Like, he's definitely one of the best players I've seen, and he seems really motivated to really continue the season, and I think he really wants to be a Barcelona success. Sergio Busquets is in the holding midfield role. Now, the other midfielder. This is where it gets tricky. We have 3 options, okay? Technically 4, I guess you could say. We have Rakitic, Vidal, Arthur Melo, and Riqui Puig. Okay. Okay. Right now, from the looks of things, I don't think Rakitic is going to start. Rakitic didn't look too good in the El Clasico. And especially against Napoli, he didn't give us anything. And as soon as Rakitic came off and Arthur Melo came in, the game completely changed in Barcelona's favor. And I just don't think Rakitic is going to get much. I just don't think Rakitic is going to start. Then we have Riqui Puig. Riqui Puig could start. I could see Riqui Puig starting for this game. I wouldn't be opposed to it. However, as I said before, I just think it's a little too early, especially in an away game like this, a game that could be difficult, So maybe I would perhaps save him for the game against Leganes, which that game will be taking place on Tuesday of next week. So the games are coming thick and fast, guys. 72 hours, okay, from each game. So then we have next up is Arturo Vidal. Arturo Vidal for me is another player that I feel like we could get feel like this extra dimension in attack. I remember that game against Napoli. He gave an extra dimension. He was definitely important. And it's been shown time and time again, whenever Vidal comes off the bench, Vidal always makes a big impact. I remember the game against Espanyol. I remember the game against Inter Milan. These are prime examples. Arturo Vidal is such a game changer, and I love that of Arturo Vidal, and he always gives 100%. That's another thing I also appreciate about Arturo Vidal. Although I do admit, sometimes he could get a little too extra, especially in that game against Napoli. He really didn't need to pick up the red card. Anyways, I'm going off tangent. I could see Arturo Vidal. And the Arthur Melo. Arthur Melo, for me, is the person I want to start the most. I want Arthur Melo to start the most in this game. The reason why is because Arthur Melo is a great player. I love his passing accuracy, his dimension. I just love how creative this guy is. This Arthur Melo guy is so amazing. I love the amount of forward passes he can make. I love the creativity he has. And he's just such a great player to have. It gives you so much confidence, And, yeah. The reason why I don't think Arthur Melo will start in this game is primarily because of the transfer talk he's had. There's a lot of rumors of him linking and move to Juventus. He's stated that he doesn't want to go to Juventus. And Juventus are persisting that he goes to Juventus. Juventus are persisting Arthur to go to Juventus because they really like him. And it's a swap deal. Basically, Barcelona would get Pjanic, and Juventus would get Arthur Melo in exchange. And to be honest with you guys, this deal doesn't make sense to me at all. I don't even know why Barcelona are trying to get Pjanic. He's 30 years old. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And they're willing to exchange Arthur Melo in the process. Just doesn't make sense to me. And I just feel as if, though, that because of the transfer talk and because of the uncertainty with that, I just don't think Quique Setién will put him in this game. I feel that Arturo Vidal is going to start in this game. I would 100% gladly be wrong if Arthur Melo starts. I just don't see Arthur Melo starting because of the transfer talk that is going on. I really hope he stays. Okay. Now we go into the forwards. The forwards is where it gets really interesting. And we'll discuss the forwards here. So, on the left wing, we have Antoine Griezmann. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know where we can get the best out of Griezmann. I feel like Griezmann and the striker position, the main striker, I feel like he's never really done too well in. And even in times when he was given the striker position, I don't think we have seen the best out of him. I feel like Antoine Griezmann is a player that is just going to start in the left. I want him to start in the middle. I really do. It's just, I don't think he's going to start in the middle. I just don't think how the competition is going, how Barcelona's trying to pursue Lautaro Martinez, and the fact that Luis Suarez is back. I just don't think Griezmann is going to start in the central position ever again. Even when he has, he's always drifted. He's always drifted to the left. He's always drifted to the right. He never can stay central. I've noticed that under Quique Setién, and that's been a massive, massive problem, especially in attack when Luis Suarez is not there. So right now, I'm going to go with Griezmann on the left. The striker position, I'm going to go with Braithwaite. I don't think Quique Setién will rush Luis Suarez in just for this game. And even though he is ready, I personally think to get the best out of Suarez is best as an off-the-bench type of guy, as a super sub. Like I said, we need a goal. Like, I remember that game against Valencia. It was a perfect example. Suarez got 2 goals in a day, and I think he came on the 60th minute. I mean, that was really effective. I really love when Suarez comes off the bench because I feel like Suarez can give a lot of productivity. And the short period of time that he is on there, rather than the full 90 minutes, And like I said, I don't think he's going to rush him in that immediately. And I think Braithwaite has a point to prove. He has not even got a goal or assist this season, and he really is hoping to get one. I feel like Braithwaite is more and more motivated than ever before. And like I said, guys, I mean, he's an emergency signing, so we should use him, right? We shouldn't just have him we shouldn't just have him here and just be on the bench, you know what I'm saying? And then the right wing, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is obviously going to stay on the right. Now, I do think the formation could change. I don't necessarily think it's going to be a 4-3. I could see we could try something else. I would love to see 4-2-3-1. I think it would be great because, like I said, I feel like Messi's pace, to get the best out of Messi, I don't think a 4-3-3 is to get the. I don't think 4-3-3 is going to work to get the best out of Lionel Messi. I feel like to get the best out of Lionel Messi, we got to put him in a camp position or as a false 9. So now that I've given you guys my lineup, now let's go look at the bench. Okay, I believe there can be 9 players on the bench, 9 players, and 5 substitutes can be made. So let's go ahead and look at the bench that we can have the bench, okay? I think Neto's going to be on the bench. I mean, it's not just Sherlock. Goalkeeper always going to be on the bench, okay? I think Nelson Semedo will also be on the bench as well. I could see him, and maybe not. I don't know. I think he's going to be on the bench, okay? The center backs, I'm going to say Arujo, and that's it. I think Arujo is going to be the only person that's going to be on the bench here. Maybe potentially we could see another person on the bench. I just think Arujo is going to be on the bench. Oh yeah, Alex Collado. He could also be on the bench as well. Okay, so the left back, Junior Firpo. I mean, it's obvious, right? And then the midfield. Okay, the midfield is interesting. I'm gonna say right now, the midfield substitute should be Ricky Puig. Okay. Alex Collado. Actually, hold on. Ricky Puig. Okay, there we go. And then I guess Ivan Rakitic. And then Arthur Melo. So that'd be 3 substitutes, right? Okay, so 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the forwards. Well, forwards going to be Luis Suarez, going to be obviously 1, and then Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati, I would say. So that's about it for the bench. So, like I said, guys, that was the 9 players I have on the bench. Let me go ahead and reiterate. So, Neto, Nelson Semedo, Arujo, and then Junior Firpo. So that's 4. And then for the midfield, Ricky Puig, Arthur Melo, Alex Collado, so that's 3. It's basically 7. And then the 2 forwards, it's got to be Luis Suarez, 8, and then Ansu Fati, 9. So now that we're giving guys all that, I'm going to give you guys my ultimate match prediction here. Okay, I'm going to go with a Barcelona win. Okay, I'm going to go with a Barcelona 4, Mallorca 1. I think this can be a 4-1 win. I'm genuinely going the 4-1 win. I could see this also being a 3-0 win, and if I'm going to go ahead and predict the goal scores too, just for fun. I think Cuba will get a goal for Mallorca, and Barcelona, the goal scorer is going to be Lionel Messi, Antoine Griezmann, Braithwaite, and Suarez. Okay, Suarez, I think, is going to get 1 goal off the bench. So that's my prediction for you guys. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments below. Like I said, guys, I think Barcelona are going to win here pretty comfortably. Like I said, I think the fact that there's no fans for Mallorca is going to really be detrimental for any chances for them to win. Okay. Although, even though I'm going with a win here, Mallorca can still cause a problem. They can still cause problems for us. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments below. Peace out. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.